Hello everyone. Today we will explore two powerful Python library which is mostly used for data visualization. The name of that libraries are Matplotlib and Seaborn. So whenever we are talking about the data visualization, first question arises why there is data visualizations. It basically help in identifying the trends, pattern and the correlations, and it make a complex data easy to understand, and it mostly essential for data science, machine learning and business narrative. We have some examples. Suppose a company, we can track the sales performance over a time period. So in that we can use this visualizations. With the help of, we can easily understand that how that company is performing over the time period. We can also analyze the customer spending behavior in a bank, and we can also use this visualization for in a hospital for patient recovery rates. So there are multiple domains where we can use this visualization. So by the end of this session you will able to create beautiful charts using the Matplotlib and Seaborn. So firstly, what is Matplotlib? Matplotlib is a Python library for creating static, animated and interactive visualization. As we can see, it as a grandfather of Python plotting library. And if you talk about the features, so it is highly customizable. We can change the color, we can add a label, we can add legends, we can change the styles. Depending on our requirement, we can do the customizations, and it supports a many type of charts like a line chart, bar chart, scatter plot, histogram. Different type of charts we can plot with the help of this Matplotlib. We will simply plot one charts that will be our line, we can say it as a line chart, and with the help of that line chart we can understand how it actually works, what type of data we can plot with the help of this library. So let's go to the Google Colab, and then we will simply start plotting one charts. So Colab, let's create a using some existing notebook. So what we will do, we will create some dummy kind of or sample data. We can take it as an example of let's create some cells. So what we will do, we will create some sample data for a company. We will check how that company sales is behaving over a time period. So for understanding that relation, how as the time get changes, how it is performing on the sales, so that relation we will understand with the help of this graph. So firstly, let's import some kind of the libraries. As we are learning as we are learning about the Matplotlib library, we will import that library. Import matplotlib.pyplot as a plt. So for importing that library, we have to use this import statement. This is the library name matplotlib.pyplot, and we are importing as a plt. So this is the alias statement which we are using for importing that library. So whenever we want to call that library, we will simply use the plt, not a complete name, matplotlib.pyplot. Okay, so now we have run this. Now we will create that data. So over a time period of a year, how that sales is changing, so that we will understand. So for that we will create some dummy data. So that will be years. Okay, years, let's suppose it 2018, then 2019, 2020, 2021 and 2022. So these are the years. Then we are talking about the sales number. So sales is something like a 10, then 20, then 30, then 40, then 50. Okay, these are some sales number. Then we will start plotting our graph. We will simply use the plt.plot, and here we can pass the parameters. As we have the two parameters, we can consider it as like a x-axis and y-axis. On a x-axis we want a years, and a y-axis we want a sales. So year and then sales. Then we can do some customization. What type of marker we want? Marker is basically it will be that point where this 10 and 2018 will get match at that time. It will act as a kind of marker. So for that marker, and then we can give some symbol. Then line style we will define. line style, we can give it as a single dash or double dash. Okay, so we will use the double dash, and then we will use some kind of color. There are different color codes are present. Suppose there for red we can use the R, for blue we can use the B, and for there are multiple color codes are present. So B, and then we will use as a label equals to sales growth. Okay, then we will start like kind of the to make that visualization more generalized, more informative. We will add some information like X label, Y label, where we can add this cells and year, so anyone can easily understand what that visualization is meant to be. So plt dot X label, and here we will add a years. Then plt dot Y label, here we will add as a cells. We can take it as a sum like 1,000 or million. Let's suppose we are talking about the million. Okay, million, and then we will simply give one title for a complete chart. Plt dot title, we can give some like a sales growth. Let's give some name like a company sales over time. Then we will use plt dot show. Now let's see result. So it is showing unexpected keyword line style. Let's see, here we have made one mistake in writing that code. So now as you can see, it is showing the one graph. Okay, so for 10 it is plotted one marker, for 20 and 2019 as that making a one correlation, 2019 and 20 it is making one marker. Okay, so this is one title which we have written here. This is the cells and this is the year, X label and Y label. We can also make some different type. We will simply keep it as like a single line. We can make as a dotted line with the dash dash, and if we want to make some change color, that also we can do the customization. So this type of graph we can plot. So here what it is doing, plt dot plot is used for creating line graph. Marker is basically used for adding a point, and here we defining the line style. And then color, if you want to make it as a set like a red, blue, green, depending on our choices we can make it as a different color. Then we have given one label. So these are the simple way to make a graph. And as we want to make some kind of the this label, if you want to show that, we will simply add here a legend. Okay, so here it will show plt dot legend. So sales growth. So with the help of this type of graph we can understand the how that trend is going, or like how that data is increasing or decreasing. With the help of this graph we can easily understand in more easy way and better way. Next what we will do, we will create a one chart which we call as a bar chart. Let me give one title. So bar chart is basically used for kind of the categorical data. Suppose we have some data like there is a different type of things we have. Suppose there is electronics, clothing, food, furniture, animal, or anything. So we have some categories like that, and we have some, let's suppose we are doing the sale of that things. So for that also we can plot a graph, and to make it visually better we will use the bar chart. So let me create one categories. And here we will add some kind of, let's suppose apple. Okay, then banana, then let's suppose cherry. These three fruits. Then cells. Okay, cells, let's suppose we are selling that fruits. So here we can take a quantity of that. Let's suppose this will be a 20, then this is 45, then cherry is something it is not sell that much, so we can take it as a 10. So now plt dot bar, and here we will provide that things. So first one is our categories. So categories, and then cells. Here we can add some color. Okay, we can do customization. For every category we can give a separate color. Apple will be a red, and banana will be yellow. Okay, and cherry will be, let's suppose, here also we can pass some color code, but we'll skip that part for now. We will see later that thing. Cells, and we'll give one default color. Color equal to, let's suppose, a sky blue. Okay, we will use this one. Then plt.xlabel, that will be our categories. plt.ylabel, that will our cells. Quantity, it is self-explanatory. Then plt.title, cells, cells per fruit, we can say. Okay, then simply plt.show. So it is showing this type of graph where we can easily understand how the quantity, every kind of this bar charts, like the simple single. For apple, this is the quantity which we have sold. For banana, we have done this much sale, and cherry we have done this much. So with the help of graph, we can easily look to the how that the sale is happening and how it can be, how it is performing. So with the help of this graph, we can easily understand that all the things. Next, we will plot a one scatter plot. Scatter plot is used for finding out the relationship between one variable to the another variable, and how does it is affecting when we are changing one variable, how it is affecting on another, or how they are interrelated with each other. So that we can understand with the help of scatter plot. It basically shows the relation between the two variables. So scatter plot. Import numpy for creating some dummy data, numpy as np. Then for this scatter plot we are going to use the seaborn. Okay, so import seaborn as a SNS. Here we are using the seaborn, not just a Matplotlib. Here we are using the seaborn as well. So we will create one data x equals to np dot random dot this dummy data we will create. Let's create something like a 15 multiplied by 100. Then we will create for y-axis. We are creating some kind of the line equation. X multiplied by 0.3, then plus np dot random dot rand and 15, and then multiplied by 10. So we are using this equation. Then plt dot scatter. Here we will simply pass that variables x comma y which we created just. We will use the color equals to, let's suppose, a red. By default also it will detect one color and it can plot, but for customization we can do that thing. I think here we have missed the one parameter, np dot random. Plt dot scatter, then plt dot xlabel. So this one will be a total bill. Okay, and y, we can say it as a plt dot y label, we can say it as a tip. Okay, then this plt dot title, we are plotting a scatter plot, and then simply plt dot show. So let's see what result we will get. So it is plotting one kind of the graph which is which is showing the relation between the tips as well as the total bill. Here I think total bill, and if we remove this parameter, so it will use the by default color, which is something like a Simon blue. So this is how we can plot a graph. This one is for a Seaborn. Okay, so Seaborn is the library which is also a great kind of the visualization library which is built it on top of Matplotlib. With the help of, this is the advanced library which after the Matplotlib for plotting a statistical data we use this Seaborn library. With the help of this library we can plot the same graph but some more advanced in a more advanced way, and we mostly use the data frames here. We don't pass the directly this kind of the variable. We mostly use the our data frames for providing the input parameters like x and y. So this is how we can plot data with the help of this visualization library which is a Matplotlib and Seaborn. I hope you understand this concept, and from now you can plot some kind of the visualization graph. Thank you.
Thanks for watching the video. Our knowledge partners, certification alliances and curriculum creators are. Join our popular courses and get an immersive learning experience as we proudly serve as a global trailblazing training solutions provider, dealing with bringing a revolution in upskilling by offering comprehensive and specialized training programs. Following are our services: instructor-led virtual training, on-site training, corporate training, exclusive and individual training, self-paced training, classroom training, customized training, campus training. To know more about our courses, visit our website. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe the video.